Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, YouTubers? I'm going to talk to you today about how there's a recent court ruling in South Korea, stating that the South Korean government, and I'm going to say in particularly the South Korean Marines, has got to compensate um, this alleged victim. Now, this alleged victim, Gwen Tai Tran, I believe that's how you pronounce that person's name. This person had said that the South Korean Marines had killed about 4 or 5 of her other family members and they shot her in the stomach, but she miraculously survived. And nobody should have to go through something like that, particularly if they were innocent, and I am glad she survived. Now let's go further. Do I think she should have sued the South Korean government? Absolutely not. Do I think the South Korean Marines are liable? Absolutely not, and I'll tell you why. Who needs to be liable is the Viet Cong, because the Viet Cong was blending in with the civilian population, and there were Vietnamese barbers on U.S. bases that were actually spies for the NVA and the Viet Cong, for the North Vietnamese Army and the Viet Cong. What had happened was, what was going on was, a lot of times the Viet Cong would get little children to come in there and act like they're bringing soldiers gifts, but the gifts would be bombs and blow the children up in the process. And that happened more times than one, actually. Now, the current Vietnam's our ally now. Both veterans on both sides have reconciled, and this includes South Korea as well. And all this is going to do is open up old wounds for this situation, number one. Number two, the NVA and Viet Cong were using a guerrilla-style warfare, and the current government has admitted to that. And so basically the United States and the South Korean and the Australian soldiers really, and the Marines, didn't know who really that the enemy was. And that's the argument the South Korean government made to the courts and the South Korean Marines, but the courts had rejected that argument. And I believe that that's a fatal decision by the courts. A judge's job in any country is to interpret the laws of that country, not fulfill their own political agenda. And the South Korean Marines really did not know who the enemy was at that time, and it wasn't like an intentional massacring as much as they didn't know who the enemy was. And they weren't sure if these people were harboring Viet Cong or not. And more than likely, judging by the circumstances, they probably weren't. But there was no way the South Korean Marines could have been 100% sure. So anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless, and bye-bye. Bye-bye.